What's up, Cyber Club members? It's your girl, Miss Emily, and have I got some fun for you. This week, we're wrapping up our crystal growing experiment series, and for all of my junior chefs out there, we have a fantastically simple but oh so impressive and delicious fruity angel food cake roll. And for my makers and shakers, we'll be trying a really cool paint pouring art activity. So stay tuned. But first, it's time for Word of the Week. This week's Word of the Week is mimic. Mimic means to imitate closely.
Mimic means to imitate closely.
Hey, stop that.
Hey, stop that.
Alright, enough already.
Alright, enough already.
Stop.
Sorry.
For example, some birds can mimic what they hear. Take this lyrebird, for example. Amazing! That particular lyrebird has memorized over 50 different sound effects, including camera noises, car alarms, machines, voices, and other animals. Wow, birds are cool. Today we're wrapping up our crystal experiment series. I know, but we're going out with a bang because this is by far the coolest one. So what do we need? Well, if you've been around for the last 5 years, you probably made slime at some point. So you're most likely familiar with our main ingredient. That's right. These are borax crystals. We'll also need food coloring, some strong string, white pipe cleaners, and a big pot. And a parent or guardian, because we'll be boiling water. We're making crystal geodes, so first we'll twist our pipe cleaners up into a little bowl shape. Next, we'll tie our string to the bowl. So it hangs down like this. Over at the stove, we'll be making a super saturated solution with our borax and water. Now, with help from our grown-up, we want to bring the water to a boil. And once it's boiling, we'll start adding our borax. We're making a super saturated solution again, so keep adding borax until no more will dissolve. Notice how all of our crystals started out with a super saturated solution? Add some color if you want, and I'm going to add a little more borax since I've added some more liquid with the color. Now turn off the heat, and with your grown-up's help, take your little pipe cleaner bowl and hang it from something that reaches across your pot. I'm just using the spoon I stirred it with. It should be fully submerged, but not touching the bottom. Then immediately cover the pot with something like a lid or foil. This will help the mixture cool down slowly, which will help the crystals grow. Now just let it sit somewhere undisturbed for 24 hours. Don't peek. And now for the moment of truth. Oh wow, check this out. I honestly didn't expect it to work so well. It's so big that it snapped one side of the thread. There's so many crystals you can't even see the pipe cleaners anymore. I'm really impressed. Let's let it dry. We can reuse this liquid, but check this out. There's crystals growing on the pot. Oh wow, these are really stuck. I'm gonna put it back on the stove to try to loosen it up. I got the crystals to dissolve, and I made another base, even bigger this time. So let's see if we can grow some more crystals. Uh-oh, this one completely broke the string. It's kind of stuck. I added a little blue and some green to change it up, so it's much darker than the first one. And this one grew on the bottom of the pot, so it's completely flat on one side. It still turned out pretty cool though. Here they are completely dry. I am really impressed and excited about how great these turned out. I highly recommend this experiment. Just make sure you ask an adult for help. It's time for our weekly fun fact. Did you know that an apple, an onion, and a potato will all taste the same if you're blindfolded and your nose is plugged up? See, we use our senses to understand and perceive the world around us. There are 5 of them, and they are touch, sight, hearing, smell, and taste. And smell and taste work together. It's said that at least 80% of our sense of taste comes from our nose. And that explains why sometimes when we have a bad cold and a stuffy nose, we also can't taste much. Watch out if you try this though, because I read that as soon as you unplug your nose, your sense of taste will also come back.
Ugh, yuck.
Snack time!
You'll definitely want your taste buds working for today's recipe because it's delicious. And it's also impressive. Hey, did you ever want to show your mom or dad just how grown up and mature you can be? Make them this treat. They'll think you worked on it all day. But guess what? It's super easy. All you need is a box of angel food cake, whipped cream, your favorite berries, and some fruit jam. The angel food cake mix comes with 2 packages, A and B. Pour package A over 1 1/4 cups of water and blend it together just until your arm feels like it's gonna fall off, around 5 minutes. When you pull out the beaters, it should form little peaks that stand up on their own. Then you know it's done. Now take package B and sprinkle it in a little bit at a time while you mix. Once you're done, take a flat 15 by 18 inch sheet pan with a little ledge and line it with parchment paper or foil and dump out the cake mix. Then smooth it out and put it in the oven for 15 or 20 minutes. It's done when it springs back up when you touch it. While it's baking, take some paper towels longer than the cake pan and sprinkle them with powdered sugar. Now take your cake out of the oven and drop it down onto the paper towel. And then sprinkle the cake with a little bit more powdered sugar. This will help it not stick when we roll it up. Now just carefully roll it up in the paper towel and let it cool completely. And now that it's cool, carefully unroll it and take a dollop of jam and spread it out like you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now just repeat with a thin layer of whipped cream and finally sprinkle on the berries. Roll it back up loosely and voila! Now that is one sophisticated treat. I've seen paint pouring a lot on YouTube, and it looks pretty cool, so I thought we'd give it a go. A lot of the videos I've seen say you need all sorts of stuff to add to your paint, and since most of us just don't have that stuff laying around, I thought we'd try it just using some plain old paint and water, and just a little tiny bit of glue. You'll want to protect your surface really well, and you also want to raise whatever you're painting on off the surface a little so it doesn't sit in a puddle of paint, so I stuck in some push pins. Now you want to apply a very thick layer of paint to your surface. This will make the other paint we apply flow across the surface more easily. You might want to wear gloves. You can pour the paint directly on the canvas or take something like the bottom of a water bottle and place it down into the middle, and then just pour some of the paint into the center of the water bottle. When you're happy with it, carefully lift off the bottle and let it dry. It will continue to change and parts of the paint will open up and move and shift and change patterns while it dries. And here it is fully dry. It looks so different. I really like it though. I just wish it didn't use so much paint. What do you think? Would you try it? That's about it for me, but make sure to check back on Wednesday because Miss Taylora and I will be coming together for a joint episode. We love hanging out with you all so much that we wanted to add another day. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you Wednesday.